There we go. Sorry, everything's just going wrong here. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm here to do the match reaction for last night's game, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Hope everyone is doing well. It's going to be a fairly quick one as well. It won't be too long. Let's just sort this out. There we go. It's better. You can tell I was doing the watch along last night. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's have a look. Big up to Luke saying that Ryan had upset you last night. What I would say, Luke, firstly, sorry, Mr. Arsenal podcast has upset you. I would reach out to Ryan and deal with him personally. But yeah, I hope you get it sorted out. Afternoon to Tony, saying afternoon, Bobby. Afternoon, PB. Looking back at it, it was all about the result. Second half was better than the first, 100%. Big up to Chris, saying big up, mate. Hope you're well. Arsenal should have scored more, made it hard for themselves. That is the story of our season at the moment. I have to be honest. It's madness. But yeah, so let's just get into it. I am going to talk a little bit about transfers at the end as well, which I'm not going to be happy about either. But there we go. Right, so this was the scoreline. It was Forest 1, Arsenal 2. Awoniyi with the 89th minute goal for Forest, which made it a little bit dodgy at the end, let's be honest. But Jesus and Saka, it was Zinchenko assist and a Jesus assist for the 2 goals. Yeah, look, the first goal by Jesus, to be fair, I didn't think that was even in. Turner could have done a lot better, but big up to Jesus actually getting it on target, unlike the other 2 first attempts that he managed to miss. But there we go. Big up to Raheem, who's come in the house as well. So big up to you, mate. Saka goal, much better. That's the dangerous Arsenal that we can be. So, yeah, on the counter, we're quick. Jesus with a beautiful pass. Saka with a very good finish. He needs to have more faith in his right foot because he can use his right foot. I've seen him use it. So, I don't know why he keeps having to turn on his left, but it is what it is. So, yeah, big up to Raheem. Let's get into the stats. Like I said, this is going to try and be as quick as I possibly can with this. Possession-wise, 27% for Nottingham Forest, 73% for the Arsenal. 9 shots for Forest, 19 for the Arsenal. 3 shots on target for each team. Just going to leave that there. 2 corners for Forest, 10 for Arsenal. Passing accuracy, 73% for Forest, 89 for Arsenal. The XG is 0.47 for Nottingham Forest, 1.17 for Arsenal. So yeah, it is what it is. This was the starting lineup. Oh, hang on. People hammering Havertz as usual, but it was his header that set Arsenal away for second goal. I don't know why. Look, I let everybody know that Havertz was on a lot of money. Do I agree with it? Of course I don't. I don't agree with it. But it's not my money. It's just my club. But it is what it is. Havertz did not ask to join Arsenal. Arteta wanted Havertz. So if you want to blame anyone, blame Arteta. But according to the rule book that I've not read, we're not allowed to have a go at Arteta about anything. Just my usual self, as everyone knows me. Joe Garner has joined Oldham. Great experience signing for them. Moxon is inevitably going to Portsmouth. Well, he signed, in my eyes, for 300,000. We've always said Saka has become predictable. He should use his right foot more. And he did, yeah. Hopefully, we all go out for his proven goal scorer. Cough, cough, won't mind return of Charlie Wyke. So, yeah, it's literally the last, just over a day now of the transfer window, which is why I'm doing this at a strange time. For people that don't know, that is pretty much what I just work on non-stop, is a transfer window and transfers. So yeah, I'm having to fit this in the best I possibly can. Raheem thought we were good yesterday. We wore them down. And I thought what we did was good. Our decisions can sometimes be better in the final third. However, we have to concede that teams now set up differently this year as opposed to last year. Do agree. But our football is becoming a little bit predictable as well. And that's a little bit of a worry. We are starting to play very much like City. And City, yes, that they can be phenomenal, but they can also be found out. So I want to play the Arsenal way. I don't want to play like City. If I wanted to support City, I'd support City, but I don't. It was nice to see Smith Rowe start. However, we'll get into that. I wasn't that impressed with the actual performance. Yeah, exactly. Look. I don't believe that any club should be like another club, and that's basically what Arteta's trying to do. And I don't like it because I'm Arsenal Football Club, not Man City Football Club. Um, if I wanted to watch Man City play, I'd go and watch them, but I can't stand them. There's reasons why a lot of people like Klopp football. Yeah, I personally love Klopp football. It's the most entertaining football for me. It's entertaining to watch. Right, so let's get into the starting lineup. So this was the starting lineup: David Raya in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sinchenko, Rice, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. A couple of issues. Obviously, we've got no choice about a left back, and Sinchenko is not the greatest left back in the world, but it is what it is. Smith Rowe was quite a surprise that he started, and I have to be honest, he was restricted way too much to see the best of him. I personally would have switched those two. I would have switched Odegaard for Smith Rowe, as in Odegaard sits back. Smith Rowe does all the fancy stuff and all the attacking stuff and all the creative stuff. You could see that Smith Rowe wasn't comfortable doing what he was doing. It was what it was, and it wasn't the greatest performance from Smith Rowe, if I'm honest. Martinelli came obviously replaced Trossard. Don't feel that was very fair to Trossard, if I'm honest. Like I've said, man management skills is definitely something that Arteta is lacking. It's not great. Needs to improve on it. I personally would have still started Trossard and have Martinelli come off of the bench like a impact sub, because I think Martinelli would have worn him down a little bit more with fresh legs. But it is what it is. It's not my decision. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what people are saying. I would love us to switch Saka and Martinelli Trossard at times. Trossard was really good last night, by the way. He was when he came on. He did well. But even Klopp changed to Pep's and Arteta's way of playing by inverting Trent. Not with the style of play. If I call a City style football the pirate ship. You go one way, it doesn't work. You go back. You go back, doesn't work, you go back. Doesn't work that way, you go back. It's very dull football. I can't stand watching a pirate ship. It's not even an amusement park ride I even like. I can't stand that football. Was waiting for. Oh yeah, look, Sinchenko and Ben White at the end of that game, ridiculous. Arteta likes it. I personally don't. But yeah, I know what you mean. Just switch it up. Unfortunately, under Arteta's game roles or game plan, those type of things aren't allowed to happen. You're not allowed to have a free mind at Arsenal Football Club. You have to do what you're told. If you don't like it, you know where the door is. It's as simple as that. Smith Rowe is a 10. He's a 10 for me as well. Sorry, Bobby, too many excuses for Smith Rowe. I just think if you played him in the 10, when he was playing there for the under-21s, and he played a lot on the left wing as well, he is a different type of player. I really do respect Smith Rowe as a player. I do think he's got the potential to do really good things. But yeah, it is what it is. We're not helping him. When he came on against Crystal Palace, he had the free roam because he was a sub, so he was just chucked on and just given free roam. So, but when you're giving him instructions, it looks like he's restricted, like he's got the restraints on. Wenger did the pirate ship. Yeah, but at least it's very different. It's very different. I'm not the greatest fan of Arteta football. I don't like it. It doesn't entertain me. We've had so many games this season where I've gone, what kind of half was that? Second half, yeah, was better. But yeah. We're going to get on to Arteta in a little bit because there's other things that have really annoyed me in the last 24 hours regarding him. And I'm slightly concerned long term what our club could possibly look like. And that is quite alarming. if I'm honest. We won't win the league with Nketiah and Nelson Smith-Rowe, and that's our aim. Exactly. How many of those do I see leaving in the summer? Probably one. I can see Nketiah leaving. Nelson wasn't even given a chance, which amazes me once again, because out of all of the players, he is the one player that I've gone, whoa, there's something special about this kid. We've got to play him more, and we don't play him more. I know he was going to come on last night until the situation went bad for us, and Jorginho came on instead. But Nelson, I think, has the potential to actually succeed at Arsenal. Maybe Smith-Rowe, I just don't think. It's not that he hasn't got the potential. It's more of a case of we're not going to play to his strengths, so just let him go. Because we're just going to lose value if we don't keep playing him. And we're not going to play him in the right role, because performance levels affect your transfer market value as well. So, yeah, it's interesting. Making subs at a corner just shows how inept he is. It does happen way more than you expect it to. I find it very crazy that managers do it, to be fair. But yeah, it is what it is. Right. Right, so let's get back onto this starting 11, because I do want to try and wrap this up, because I do want to talk a little bit about the football transfers as well. Right, so I'm going to give ratings. Raya did absolutely nothing wrong, did nothing fantastic, so I'm going to have to give him 7. White, 7. Saliba, it's a low 7. He looked a little bit dodgy in places last night, if I'm honest. Gabriel was going to have to get an 8. Because Gabriel did protect Saliba once again last night. And Gabriel, for me, was my man of the match. I know they gave it to Jesus. I get it. But Jesus will be marked down for me for those 2 sitters that he should have scored. So, yeah. Zinni, 7. Rice, 7. Smith-Rowe, 7. Odegaard, 7. Saka. Saka. Saka gets an 8, just. Martinelli gets a 7. Jesus gets a 7. Jesus would have got an 8 if he didn't miss those 2 chances that, for me, as a striker, you should be at least getting them on target. I know he hit the post, but the other one went over. So, yeah, he would have got an 8 if he didn't miss those other 2 chances that personally would have helped us put the game away. So, yeah. And then we're going to the subs. Havertz came on for Smith-Rowe. Havertz did enough to come on and, for me, gets a 7. He came on for Smith-Rowe in the 71st minute. Nketiah came on the 78th minute. I'm going to have to be honest, 6, because he didn't do much for me, if I'm honest. Trossard did a little bit more, so I'm going to give him a 7, because he did actually come on. And look, he reacted to the fact that he was dropped to the bench and didn't deserve to be put on the bench. So there we go. Last 2 subs, I'm obviously not going to rate because it's absolutely not fair. Kivior came on for Zinchenko and Jorginho came on for Odegaard in the 92nd minute. Manager rating. Man management needs to improve. I'm going to have to give him... Got the win. I'm going to have to give him a 6, mainly because I didn't like his reaction to Zinchenko and White falling out. He definitely has his favourite between those 2 players, and did side with someone else over the other person. I don't like the way he is. I don't like the way he does some substitutions sometimes. I just don't like how he's been this whole window, if I'm honest. And I'll get onto that in a minute. We'll get onto that because honestly, I'm not happy. But it is what it is. But let's have a look what people are saying. Alan Hansen once said, "Can't win league with kids." Well, you need experience. You need the blend of kids and experience. I don't think you can win it with. the thing is, right? This is the difference between when people want to compare like Man United when they won with their youth. Is not only do we have kids, but we also have a kid in the manager. He's still learning, and he's learning on the job, learning at a big club without any experience as a manager. It's a huge risk. Huge risk. I don't think it's going to pay off. I do think that next season will be a big flop. I do think we'll get the signings that we want, but I just don't think that he will be able to get us over the line because he does make some errors. And our long-term future looks a little bit precarious as well, if I'm honest. But yeah, with ESR, does it not show that he is not adaptable? Surely he should be able to play at a couple of positions as a pro. No, because no one else. The thing is, you're saying that, but Arteta tells him where to play, and Arteta's tried to put Havertz in that position, and it's not worked. It's not worked. I'm gonna. This is all on Arteta. ESR is a number 10. He can play on the left wing. He's not a number 8. He's just not. So yeah, for me, that's down to Arteta. Arteta's the manager. Arteta's the man that spends the week on the training ground training these players. So if the players are not adapting, then that's down to Arteta. And he shouldn't try and force it. You don't try and force a shoe on that's way too small for you. You know, I'm a size 9. I'm not going to try and put on a size 7. You know, you just can't do it. So yeah, I think Saliba's levels have dropped. Maybe with the hype, he's starting to get carried away. I think he just needs to learn a little bit more. He's still young. He's still got things to learn, and I'm sure he will learn it and improve as a defender. But yeah, his aerial duels are starting to concern me a little bit. He does struggle against a taller, stronger player. And Saliba is quite slender if you look at him. He's not exactly a well-built chap like Gabriel is. So maybe Gabriel needs to help Saliba a little bit more and take that pressure off him. Maybe, I don't know. Gabriel was my man of the match, 100% he was. Can't miss sitters like that if you want to win big honours, 100%. Having trouble beating teams like Forest is down to Pep Teta. And then Man U, Young'uns won. Yeah, but you did have a mix of elder statesmen. I'll probably put the best way of putting it. January transfer window been as dead thing from Deadland. Scrap it. Seriously. Always said it's so dead every January. Well, don't forget last January there was 780 million spent. So last January wasn't. This January definitely has been dead. It's going to be quite a busy last 24 hours or however many 20 hours there is now. I can't even bother to count it, to be fair, but it finishes tomorrow night. It will be busy for the last day and a bit. So yeah, I'm one of those that just think we should just scrap the transfer window anyway and just sign when you need to. I like the good old days, but that's just me. It's not what everyone else thinks. ESR is so deadly in a free role. He is, and that is the thing that under 21 level plays in a free role. He is extremely dangerous, and I think that's what he could be at Arsenal. But you don't get free roles at Arsenal. You get told this is your position, that is your way of playing today. Do that, job done. You don't get free roles. Then he should go, Bobby. He can't adapt. Where's Tierney? Tierney's going to be going. Tierney will be sold in the summer. Agreed. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping you, Chris, please do a video on it because if I get a chance, I'll try and watch it because you'll have to explain to me why it's been rejected because I thought it was a banker, if I'm honest. Gabriel was brilliant and my man of the match, 100% he was. Agreed, sign when you need to. Yeah. Saka has more freedom under Southgate, exactly, and I can't stand Southgate. Everyone knows how much I am on the Southgate out. Can't wait for you to go. camp. But yeah, I need Southgate to go. But Saka gets at least a free roll there. So yeah, it is what it is. Right. Right, this is the horrible part, and I wasn't looking forward to this. Arsenal still have a chance of signing someone. There's still a chance. There is at least 2 players that we're still talking to at this current moment. So there is still possibilities. However, what's annoying me the most is Lino Sousa has left permanently. He's gone to Aston Villa. He's going on loan to Plymouth. Let's ignore that one of those clubs is my cousin's club and the other one is my championship team. Let's ignore those facts. Lino Sousa has left the club. Now, Lino Sousa has been trained by Arteta, by Mehmet, to do the inverted left-back role that Arteta wants to play at Arsenal Football Club. Was doing it very, very well. Mehmet was extremely happy with him. So far that Lino was even going to the first team to train. All of a sudden, we've lost him. It's not even for a big fee, as far as I'm aware. I haven't been told the exact fee, but as far as I'm aware, it's not a big fee. We signed him for about $1 million, I think, from West Brom. So that's the first one. As everyone knows, I'm upset about that one because Lino was someone, and yes, look, I'm not going to lie. It's because I'm a fullback. I look at the fullbacks and I have hope for him. But what the biggest problem I have was he is the only left back we have in our youth system that has the ability to go up into our first team, and we get rid of him. So yeah, that one has really narked me. Really narked me. I am furious with that one. There's no other way of saying it. Also, Bradley Ibrahim. Now, a lot of people won't know that name. He has actually appeared in one of our lineups in the season, Bradley. We've basically given him away. There's a lot of there's a massive sell-on clause. There's massive perks for the future with Bradley. However, we've pretty much got nothing for him. And as far as from everything I've been told about Bradley, and I've seen him play, and I think it's very good. He's one of the ones that are the most mature, one of the ones that actually speak to the other youngsters that are struggling a little bit now and then, with all the distractions there are in the world nowadays. Bradley was always one that would sort them out a little bit. And we've lost him. Now, I know that there are certain people behind the scenes at Arsenal who are furious with this, and I am. But he's gone to Germany for what is going to be literally nothing as far as I'm aware. So yeah, just, and the most annoying part, and I'm quite upset by this because you know how much I, especially Brenny knows how much I always support the youth, and it's part of Arsenal Football Club and part of Arsenal history to bring up our youth. I just don't think we're ever going to let any of them stay. Even Cozy Dubry, that's another one. We could lose Cozy Dubry on a free because he's out of contract in the summer. On a free, he could be going to Newcastle or Dortmund. Now, obviously, personally, if he goes to Dortmund, I get to see him. I get to see him grow and still get to support him. But Cozy Dubry is, and I will categorically still state this. I still think he's got the ability to be better than Saka. Because Saka is very talented, very, very good player. But Cozy has that one little element that I personally look for in wingers, which is the dirty element, where you don't know what he's going to do. He gets the ball. And that's kind of what Nelson's been doing recently. He gets the ball. You don't know what you can do with it. And I like that. I like the dirty element. So, yeah, Cozy Dubry could be going as well. So that's 3 youngsters that we're leaving. And the really, really a nasty and horrible part of the whole of this is Cedric is still here. Cedric is still here. Like, we are 20 to 5 on the 31st of January. And Cedric is still here. Because we're demanding a fee. That's why we're demanding a fee. We are demanding a fee for Cedric, but we're letting Bradley Ibrahim go for literally nothing. And I'm pretty sure it's. I'll let everyone know once I know exactly what the fee is. And same with Lino. I will let you know once I know the fees. But we're demanding a fee for Cedric, who personally, just let him go. Let him tear up his contract. I don't care. Go and give it to Vinay as a farewell present or something. I don't know what you want to do with his contract, but just let him go. Just go away. Get out of our club. You've done nothing. Literally nothing. Earned loads of money. And it's not loads of money, but it's like £75,000 a week he gets paid, which is, a lot of money in football terms. And I'm just so angry. I've never been so disappointed in my football club in the last 24 hours off the field. This is off the field situation. Like, I'm glad that we won and, good 3 points. But off the field, I'm disappointed that not only is it 1, it's 3 players that we could lose. 2 are definite, Bradley Ibrahim and Lino Sousa. But we could lose Cozy Dubry. Now, then I look at Obi Martin. Now, because of certain rules that are slightly different in Europe than they are in the UK, we could lose Obi Martin. It's concerning that we are going to we will potentially lose some extremely great talent from our football club because we can't give the hope. And it is the hope. And I've said this on previous streams, and everyone's like, "Oh, don't worry about it; they'll be fine." No, because the young kids need some hope. They need to see that there is a possible route to the first team. Now, if you keep looking at these young players that we're trying to sign, then that is automatically stopping that route, putting a big brick wall in front of it, and that kid is going to look somewhere else. That's what happened to Amari. Look, we can all laugh at what's happened to him since blah, 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 blah. But it was a warning to Arsenal Football Club that the kids are not willing to wait around. And to be honest, I would literally go and speak to every single one of them and just say, just leave. Just go, because you've got the talent to use now. Just go. Go to some other club where you've got a chance. Because at Arsenal Football Club, I don't currently see it. I really don't. So yeah, trying not to lose my voice here. Let's have a look. Sorry, I know it's a bit of a rant, and I'm just so annoyed about it. Oh, don't worry, I'll do a video on it. F1 don't like competition, but they like competition. Make your mind. It's mad, isn't it? I'm so vexed about Sosa. Yeah, I'm vexed and I'm upset as well because that kid I was actually really looking forward to seeing. It is what it is. He's now gone to Aston Villa, so my cousin gets to enjoy him now. I get to enjoy him whilst it's at Plymouth, I suppose. God wouldn't make you day if Pep Teta went and Southgate came in. That won't happen. I can guarantee you that won't happen. Not at Arsenal Football Club. No way. Pep Teta getting too much power like Wenger. We never learn. The difference is, I'm pretty sure I've said it on a previous stream. Not everyone's getting on behind the scenes like Mehmet, Jack, Per, Mikel. Mikel's doing his own thing, telling the under 21s and 18s how to play. But the problem is there is no route at the moment for any of our kids to actually get into the first team. Yes, they're training with them. Fantastic. Whoopie doo. I want to see him play for the damn team. Never mind being sat on the bench. You know, you might as well have Gunnosaurus sat on the damn bench. It means nothing. Sousa never given chance. Real shame. Exactly. Not a single damn chance. The amount of games we could have given him. It's just frustrating. Even Stupid Talk, they mentioned it, saying that we actually didn't. Lino Sousa was the only left back that we actually technically had since Tierney left, because Zinchenko's not really a left back. Tomiyasu and Timber are all out at that time. Sousa was the only one. Sousa still didn't get a chance. Kivior did. He's not really left back. But hey ho. When I say Arteta doesn't like or trust the youth today are examples. Yeah, I said it, mate. I don't think he does. He wants. This is where like people compare him to Pep. At least Pep trusts the damn kids. You know, I don't like him as a manager, Pep, but at least he trusts his damn kids. And look at what Cole Palmer's gone and done. You know, just Bobby feelings about Cedric is like me about Paul Simpson, mate. Oh, geez. It is. I can't wait for Cedric to go. I'll be having a party, mate. When we talk about traditions with transfer fees, player wages, the academy should be part of it. James was saying the other day, wasn't he? Like, we need to raise 30 million from our youth. Where are we getting the 30 million if this is what we're doing with our youth? Koji Dubridge and leave on a free. Lino Sousa's left for pretty much nothing, as far as I'm aware. I doubt it's even like. I doubt it's a lot. And Bradley Ibrahim left for nothing, pretty much. So where are we going to get the 30 million? If this is how we're doing it, we're doomed as a club. We're doomed because I know Josh, and Josh will put as much money as he possibly can. But there's other ways you need to finance the moves that you want to make. You know, the plans for summer are crazy. And currently, I can't see how we're going to do it if this is how we're going to sell players. I really can't. You know, because you wait till Party gets sold. You think you want... I remember James saying he wants X amount for Party. His transfer price is ridiculous. And if we sell him for that, my God, I can just imagine James losing his mind over it. It's just... you will get some fans that Sousa flops. I hope he does well. Of course they want him because they want Arteta to be proven right. But, like, seriously, like, what matters more, Arsenal Football Club or Arteta? This is what I really, really find frustrating. What is more important, Arsenal Football Club or Arteta? Because I don't want Arteta here for 20 years. I don't want it to be in a Wenger era. I want what's best for Arsenal Football Club. That is all I care about. You know, Arteta will love Everton and Rangers way more than he loves Arsenal because he was at Everton for longer, and Barcelona as well. We've got to remember Barcelona. Well, the Kronkers can see what's happening, so they're part of it. Well, like I said, I don't want to really talk about the other situation that happened with Barcelona the other day. But it was to do with what Josh came back to the UK to actually speak to everybody about, because he wasn't happy with certain things. And I'm sure at the end of the season, if things have not gone according to plan, there will be words. There will be extremely strong words being said. And rightly so, because I'm furious. I'm not happy at all. At all. Not on a minute. No, just furious. Absolute furious. Zinchenko spends 45 seconds on the ball. No wonder we are slow. This is the thing. Look, if we were to play Pirate Ball, I'm going to call it Pirate Ball now. Why? Pirate Ship Ball. But we were fast at it, then great. But we're not. We're just so slow. And it's... for people that watch Ask the Women, and I know, Tony, you do. I know Jonas and Mikel have been speaking. And I really do hope it's not about tactics, because I've noticed it with Jonas that we are a lot slower with playing with the ball. And it doesn't help us because our danger is our pace. We've got pacey players. So why are we trying to take away our biggest threat by taking our pace away? It makes zero sense. We need one touch football. I think was it. Yeah, it was. It was the second goal, wasn't it, against Liverpool at the weekend? It was one touch football. That is how we scored our second goal against Liverpool at the weekend. This is Arsenal women, by the way, for people that are probably I'm getting lost what I'm talking about. But it was one touch football. That's what we should be doing. One touch football. Where is that one touch football gone? It was something I was taught, But hey ho. I think Josh is not the be all and. Josh is doing his best, and he's going to try and support us in the summer the best he possibly can. Edu needs to improve at the moment. Edu is being a bit of a pain, if I'm honest, not helping us move on, if I'm 100% at the moment. And Arteta really does need to kind of get out of this I'm invincible bubble, because that's what he feels he is. He feels like he's untouchable. Arsenal Football Club, exactly. I don't care. Big up to AFC always, by the way. It's always going to be Arsenal Football Club. Always. I know it happens to have an A in our name, but trust me, it's Arsenal, not Arteta. Our attacking shape is way different. We were so much more direct and quick last year. Now it's all about control, as if that wins us games. Our attacking approach is slow, lethargic now. Mate, it's dull. What is wrong with just a bit of entertaining football? You can still be strong defensively even by doing that. Honestly, I just don't get it. We are looking very much like City. And look, City do a very good job, but they can spend £50 million on every single player that they get. We can't do that. We can spend 150 max every summer without having to sell. So that's 3 players. They've got a whole team that, pretty much £50 million players. F1 got 2 empty slots to fill for new teams to enter, and they say we want to keep it at 10 to make it competitive. That makes no sense. Oh, jeez. I can't wait for your video, mate, because I'm seriously going to be watching it. F1 equals MLS in football, it does. Sorry, Bob, we didn't have the same issue with Wenger. What has changed? He thought he was Arsenal. This is what I don't want happening. And the problem is the fans are allowing it to happen. That's the problem. I was watching a clip from AFTV, someone that showed me this, and I was furious because such a big platform like AFTV are starting to say it. A massive Arsenal fan base watch that and believe everything they say because they think they've got sources. They've got 0 sources. They are just an Arsenal fan channel. That's all they are. They've got 0 sources. They have 0 friends at Arsenal Football Club. They're just an Arsenal fan channel. That is all they are. So they shouldn't be spouting that kind of stuff when you're more than welcome to have a different opinion. Like they're saying, if we get rid of Arteta, who are we going to get in? Who cares? I don't care. If Arteta's not good enough, then get someone else in. There are many managers all over Europe that we can look at and interview and see if they're the right fit. I honestly, I'm sorry, this has turned into a rant now. AFC only say it because they want interviews and think they're friends with Edu. They're a joke. They are 0 friends with Edu. They just turned up at a restaurant that they happen to be at. Yeah, believe that as much as you want. Guys, I will be back on what day will I be back? Friday night with Brenny. With the special challenge for the Arsenal-Liverpool game. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And let's hope for a good weekend. If there's any breaking news, I'll try my best to do it. But if not, I'll probably do a transfer window breakdown at some point, saying how rubbish it was. Because currently that's how it is. But appreciate the love, appreciate the comments. Big up to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will definitely see you in 2 days' time when the window will be officially shut and I'll be a little bit less stressed. Can I put women in my challenge team? Well, only because all I would say is I don't think I've explained to Tone, have I? I'm doing a 1989 Liverpool Arsenal game. So the 2-0 win at Anfield, the lineups are those. So it's Grobbelaar against Lukic, Dixon against Steve Staunton. They are the teams. So there's definitely no women in those teams. I think Barry Venison and Peter Beardsley on the bench for Liverpool. Perry Groves and I think it's Martin Hayes was on the bench for Arsenal. So that will be the challenge team. So yeah, literally I've already written them up as well. So when I do it, Tone, you'll see it. I'll have it on the slide so you can write it down and choose your team. I've got a type. Mate, honestly, she is like an 80s fullback. She takes no rubbish from anybody. And yeah, to be fair, she is an 80s fullback, so she would be perfect for the 80s. And yeah, I love Winterburn, but yeah, I'll probably switch him for her. Right, guys, thank you for making me smile, Tone, at the end there. That's always made me smile. But guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, day, morning, wherever you are. Bye-bye.